Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, welcome to another show, Half Hour Comedy Hour. How are you? Good. I am Mario Joyner. You're a very good-looking, tall, dark, handsome host of the show. And I say that because some people are probably wondering, is he conceited? And now you know. I'm kidding. Let's see who we got coming out here. Our first comedian. He's been on The Tonight Show, Late Night with David Letterman. He has his own HBO One Night Stand coming out. So I guess he's here just to pay off an old gambling debt. How about I have Mr. Norm Macdonald? Give him a hand.
Thanks a lot. How you guys doing, all right?
Good.
So, I was just in New York, man. You ever been there? They had a big gay parade going on down there. You ever seen one of these? I never been to one, you know, but I like parades, you know. I love a parade. So I go to the parade, and turns out it's just a bunch of gay guys. Hell of a parade that is, huh? Imagine that on the TV, you know, you got Willard Scott and Faith Daniels. Okay, here's a big parade here. Here we go. It's a bunch of gay guys. Look at there. And here comes some more gay guys there, and there's a bunch more gay guys there. Well, hell of a parade this turned out to be here. But what are you going to do? I wish all gay guys come out of the closet so you know who's gay. Nobody cares. Everybody just lives together, you know. What I don't like is when you don't know. Everybody's suspecting you. You know, especially if you're a guy, you know, no matter who you are, if you're a guy, you know, your buddies are behind your back there, you know. Gee, I haven't seen Fred with a woman for a few days. Yeah, now you mention it. He asked me to go swimming with him. Oh, Fred's gay! Come on, let's go tell everybody. Fred's gay over there. What are you going to do, man? Actually, I was reading this book. They said every guy, at some point in his life, questions his sexuality. Like, wonders if maybe they're a big gay themselves, you know? Like, you ever have a moment like that where you wonder maybe you're gay? You know, like maybe you'd be watching the TV there, you know? Geez, that William Shatner's a pretty good-looking guy. Hey, wait a minute. I'm a guy now that I think about it here. Let me see. I'm a guy. William Shatner's a guy. Carry the 3, and then that goes over there. And what the hell kind of a... What the deuce? Who knows, though, huh? Actually, I was reading this book. Get this. They said, every guy... Now, something... Get this. This is a different thing. Just about to say the same joke I just said. No, this is a completely different joke, but I was reading the same book. I read a lot of gay literature for some reason. Just to shake up my dad a little, you know? But I was reading this other thing in this other book. It said that if you're afraid of homosexuals, it means that deep down inside, you're actually a homosexual yourself. And that kind of worries me, you know, because I'm afraid of dogs. You know, lately I've had a hankering to drink out of the toilet bowl. You know, that's the funny part there. Yesterday, I sniffed a girl's butt out in the street there, you know. It has nothing to do with the joke, but I thought I'd get it off my chest, you know. I'm not really afraid of dogs. I was just lying to you there. I'm trying not to lie as much. You ever lie? You ever lie for no reason? Like, usually there's for some reason, eh? But sometimes, you ever just have a big lie will spill out of your evil head there, you know? You don't even know why or nothing. You know, like a guy comes up to you and go, hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and a horse? And then you go, yes. And in the back of your head, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. What the hell am I thinking back here in my head? I love dogs. I seen a dog out in the street there. This is kind of weird. You ever see this? I seen a guy on the street, a homeless guy, one of them homeless guys, had a dog with him. You ever see that? Guy got no home, but he's got a dog. Isn't that odd there? And you know the dog's really thrilled about this, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. It's the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell are you trying to pull there? gotta go. Hey, you guys have been great. Hey, thanks very much. Enjoy the time. Take care of yourself.
There was one time, I was in 9th grade with a bunch of my friends, and we went to see a movie. We were in the front row. It was packed. And the film was about to start, and the movie broke. So the film broke, and so we were sitting there. And it was like 10 minutes. People are just sitting there, and I went up there and I said, "Does anybody want to hear some jokes?" Just to my buddies in the front row, and the whole crowd just went, "Yeah!" And so I spent about 5 minutes just telling jokes. And I remember, you know, I look back now and I thought, well, I guess technically that's the first time I did comedy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, folks. Thank you. You know, I don't want to start a theme for this show, but this next man is also very handsome. He's been called cute, handsome, sexy. He's everything you want in a man. Tall, sweet, sensitive. Well, he's not dark, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, I'm not gay or nothing, but if I was, I'd turn him out in a New York Minute. How about I have Mr. Tom Martin? Give him a hand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I just got married a couple months ago. Yeah, to a chick. Yeah. Go figure. I'd like to brag, but she's got health insurance. I think it's going to work out. I was kind of afraid to get married because I heard married people start to look like each other after a while. Thinking, oh, great, my wife's going to start looking more and more like Jughead from the Archie comic strip. But it seems like women want to get married more than men do, don't you think? Because they have those magazines for the event. You go to the newsstands like Bride magazine, Modern Bride, Southern Bride, Psycho Bride, Pregnant Bride, You're Never Gonna Be a Bride. You never see a guy approaching a newsstand going, "Say, where's that Eager Groom magazine?" And what if they had a groom magazine? What kind of articles would they print? Cubic zirconia. She'll never know the difference. Tell you one thing I miss about before I was married. I used to live with these, my guy roommates. They were great. I used to live with one of those real man kind of guy. The kind of guy, if he goes to a bar at night, he judged the women by how many beers he would have to consume before the ladies become appealing to him. We're out one night, he goes, "You see her? She's a six-pack." So he doesn't know there's a woman in the corner looking at him going, "You know, maybe if I was on heroin or something." And if the guy ever got a girlfriend or a date, he'd always have to make excuses for her appearance. "Well, you know, that hunchback makes her beer gut look bigger than it is." Yeah, she's a babe. Met that guy in teaching school. Did a little teaching for about a year. The big bucks. A lot of people don't realize it, but a teacher can make as much money as a good poet. I'll be a teacher. Teachers don't get the respect they deserve, especially from the students. I wonder if this was a problem like the early days of education when Socrates was teaching Plato. Like, do you suppose Plato hung it after class and said things like, "Euripides, come hither. Do not take Socrates for philosophy class. I believe that he sucketh." But I have an economics degree. Yeah, that's worthless. That doesn't prepare you for any job you'd ever even be slightly interested in. I realized this when I graduated. My first interview, the guy goes, "Well, Tom, how long have you wanted to work in the insurance business?" "Oh, ever since I realized I had no marketable skills." Guy's next question, he says, "Tom, tell me, what are your weak points?" "Well, let's see. I don't get along well with others. I find it difficult to show respect to my superiors, and I'm a liar." Yeah, so they hired me as a salesman. Thank you. My dad, he wanted me to join the Marines, make a man out of me. Marines. During the peak of the he still has this attitude, my dad. During the peak of the Persian Gulf War, he actually said, "You know, I wish they'd send us old guys out there. We'd show them what to do." Your Dad, you can't even carry your own golf bag. I don't know if they got any caddies in the Middle East. "Give me the bazooka, Mohammed. This is a long shot." Play through. But this attitude rubbed off on my sister. She's a war veteran. She was in Saudi Arabia for 7 months. Yeah, which makes me look like a huge wussy. It's going to be embarrassing years from now if I have a family and she comes over and starts bragging. Yeah, I was over in the Gulf. We didn't know if we were going to live or die. Scuds were coming down, sleeping in a tent. They look at me and they say, Daddy, what did you do? Well, I had a yellow ribbon on my antenna. It impaired my vision. I nearly crashed making a left. My dad, though, he wanted me to play football, too, but too skinny. In high school, I was this height and 50 pounds lighter. Yeah, let me tell you, chicks dig a guy whose knees are bigger than his thighs. Yeah, want to count my ribs, baby? Go ahead. So I don't understand women. All the beautiful ladies read those magazines like Cosmo, Glamour, Madame Mosel. What's with these magazines, ladies? Half the articles tell you what scab mugs men are. Then the other half tell you how to trap one of these Slovier. It's like, all men are evil. Here's how to get yours. And they cause us to place too much emphasis on a woman's physical appearance. Like, have you ever noticed when a woman's depressed, she thinks, oh, I'm fat. Then when a guy's depressed, he thinks, man, my girlfriend's fat. And I think it's because of the approach we take to dating. Like, when it comes to dating, a woman's minimum requirement is beyond a guy's wildest expectations. You know, guys, can you imagine if a woman you were attracted to called you up, asked you out, paid for everything, tried to get you drunk and have sex with you? Make you feel kind of pretty. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Good night.
I didn't really want to do it. You know, it didn't look, you know, back then it was like, you know, Alan, Jackie Schmo coming out going, my wife's so fat. I don't know, man, I didn't want to hear that, you know. But now I'm doing that stuff. So
Thank you. Our next comedian has appeared on Showtime's Comedy Club Network and Evening at the Improv. How about a hand for Mr. Tony Vicich? Give him a hand.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. How you guys doing? Good mood? You know, I just something I did today. You know how if you go into like a convenience store nowadays, like a 7-Eleven or a Circle K, they have like a little styrofoam cup on the counter that says, if you need a penny, take a penny? I made $40 like that today. Needed money too, because I just got back from vacation and I got ripped off big time on vacation. I went down to Mexico. I had no business being in Mexico. You talk about the stupid gringo tourist. I bought an autographed picture of Jesus. Signed, love you madly, the Savior. Got some good news on my answer machine when I got back. I'll tell you this, as a public service, I did something. I feel good about it because today I got the results. I got the results of my AIDS test. Yeah, now I couldn't afford the blood test, so I took the written test. It said, do you have AIDS? Yes, no. And I checked no. Do I feel healthy? I'm a hunk of burning love. I actually took an AIDS test. You know why? Because about life insurance. Nowadays, in order to get life insurance, they make you take an AIDS test. And I was nervous, waiting for the results, as anybody would be. Because you start digging back into your brain to every date you've ever been on in your entire life. Go, what about that one chick, the one with the tattoo on her head? What about her, huh, man? She was really skinny. I was drunk. So they say the best thing to do if you're nervous or depressed is to talk to someone. So I called my brother. And I love my brother. He's not that bright. I called him. I guess he was trying to help me. I don't know. Because I called him up and go, Jerry, I'm worried while waiting for the results of this AIDS test. He said, Tone, just think positive. Trying to take better care of my health. I'm trying to quit smoking. I cannot crack this one. I should stop smoking because I am getting winded taking the cigarette out of the pack. Then I've noticed the way they advertise cigarettes is insult your intelligence because they try to make it a health issue by saying cigarette A is healthier than cigarette B because it's lowest in tar. Like there's a selling point. Like I want any tar in my body. Those of you that smoke, when was the last time you consciously craved tar? When was the last time you were driving down the freeway and said, honey, pull over. I said, we go out and eat the road. Look, an asphalt truck. Oh. The problem with stop smoking is that then I joined the rank and file of the politically correct non-smoker. I'm checking into a hotel the other day. They asked me if I want a smoking or a non-smoking room. I said I want a heavy smoking room. I want a room with an iron lung and a doctor in it before I get there, okay? You send a fat guy in there with cigars hanging out of his butt before I even get there, all right? Did you know that your secondhand smoke might kill me too? Yeah, which might not be a bad idea. Die, post-yuppie scum, die. See, I think we got our health issues all screwed up in America, you guys. I still think guns in the wrong hands. Far more dangerous than secondhand smoke. Think about it. When was the last time anyone robbed a bank with a Winston? Anybody freeze! I got a Winston in my hand. I'll use it if I have to. I tear the filter off. I'm a madman. Doing that joke the other night, a guy jumps up in the back and goes, "Hey, I'm a member of the National Rifle Association." You know what we say? Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I said, yeah, but guns make it a hell of a lot easier, don't they? You ever heard of a drive-by knifing? People get upset driving nowadays, man. It's because of what we drive. The other day, my 16-year-old cousin picks me up at the airport. He's driving those little 16-year-old kid trucks. You know what I'm talking about? One of these little bitty trucks 16-year-old kids seem to think are so cool because they're really quite graduated from Tonka toy trucks yet. Little bitty truck. Can't even fit the whole name on the back. It just says, yo. $5,000 truck. Inside it is a $250,000 stereo system. Most advanced piece of stereo equipment I've ever seen in my entire life. What does he play on? Does he play Elvis? No. Mozart? No. Miles Davis? No. Led Zeppelin? No. This is what he played. This right here. I flip out. I start screaming, "Incoming!" I look at him and I go, "What the hell is that?" He goes, "It's rap music." Nah. Now, I don't like rap music. I don't think it's music. I think it's one long drum solo with lousy poetry put over the top. I mean, whoever said that this is music? When anyone who was alive in the 60s knows that this is music. Now that, my friends, has a melody. Folks, my name's Tony Vicich. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.